Alrighty, good everybody, it's the dog. Yeah! I know it's been 2 weeks since the last video, but I've had some personal stuff to take care of, unfortunately. But anyway, it's time for another Gran Turismo 5 video. This time we'll be doing another NASCAR race. This is a little game that I've been playing on and off since the beginning of this year. Little thing I like to call avoid the traffic. We've got NASCARs up against some Slowads, such as the Fiat 400F and the Volkswagen 1200 and stuff. Like the GT6 video I did of the mountain, I'll be driving Jimmy Johnson's car. These are all the 2011 cars, as you can see on the right-hand side of the screen there. 5 laps around Special Stage Route X. And we've got damage turned on, so basically the aim of this particular little game is try and avoid taking damage from clobbering the Slowads. Let's begin the replay. This was recorded back in August, this particular race. Alright. Race begins. The combi has been redacted 1 lap. And Jeff Gordon has taken damage pretty much right away. As you can see out of position 8, Jeff Gordon collided with the Slowads pretty much straight away. So he's pretty much done for. Carl Edwards and Kyle Busch leave him behind. You can see all the 2011 cars are contesting in this one. I've got the top speed on my car set to go faster than everybody else, but, you know, that's one thing about the AI when it comes to driving the cars on especially the NASCARs on Gran Turismo 5. They seem to be a lot more powerful on GT5, whereas I think GT6 seems to have added the restrictor plates that he is in real life. So, you know, that's probably why these things are a lot faster here. Because you can't even get them to 380 on GT6, which I think is a bit stupid. Anyway, not much happens during the first lap. I think we'll jump forward a bit. Let's jump to lap 2. It's pretty much nothing. As you can see, the screen takes forever to load up again. As you can see, some cars haven't been able to keep up. But let's see some of the clobbering going on. We've got Denny Hamlin, Brian Vickers, Kyle Busch, Carl Edwards, Joey Logano trying to keep up. But of course, they instantly start clobbering. Logano took damage by the looks of it. No, obviously not. As you can see, not every car takes damage right away. But as the race goes on, we do see some cars take damage. As you can see, Kyle Busch has some left tyre damage. Here's the Fiat. Brian Vickers takes the bait. And so does Kyle Busch. Both of them take some serious damage. So that means they're pretty much done for. Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin still rolling along. They just avoid the combi, but unfortunately the same couldn't be said for Kyle Edwards, who also gets some damage. Here's IndyCar Formula 1 veteran Juan Pablo Montoya, who decides to play clean and he avoids the combi. Tony Stewart takes an almighty pounding. AJ Allmendinger takes damage as a result of clobbering into Tony Stewart. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. also not having a good run either after clobbering the combi. As you can see, pretty much everyone's taken damage now. We're not going to show the whole race, unfortunately. This is due to the fact that most of the action takes place during this lap. But I will say I'm surprised that Montoya was able to take advantage of not clobbering the Slowads, and he was able to slip his way up the order. I think I had visual damage turned on for this one. Meanwhile, I've got a decent lead because I've only taken some aesthetic damage from behind. Logano second, Hamlin third, Montoya able to slip past the two of them and into second place. As you can see, each car's got different forms of damage. Denny Hamlin's got more than Logano. Brian Vickers has got some wobbly wheels here. Because I didn't turn the tyres and fuel depletion on, that way nobody's going to go to the pits. So really, this isn't a very interesting race. But this is just something to do, really. As you can see, for Slowads, like the Volkswagen 1200 is unfortunately taking some damage. Everybody else as well. Fiat throwing it F. F. Bloody screen will stop blacking out all the time every time I try to change cars. And we got Schwimmwagen and Kugelwagen. And for some reason the Combi has been redacted. And I think that was Jeff Gordon that just went past, I'm not so sure. Meanwhile, I've started the third lap of the race. Trying to keep the race as clean as I possibly can. At least for me, anyway. I think Montoya did take some damage from what I seem to remember. I might be able to confirm that by skipping ahead. But again, I was able to cleanly pass everybody. Can't really say the same for everybody else. Again, black screen issues. I don't know why it does that every time I try to change cars. I don't like how they changed the way you can switch cars on replays on GT5. At least on GT6 they changed it back to just using the up and down directional buttons. Come on, Hamlin, you can't even bloody draft this lot. Carl Edwards still hanging in there. Somehow Joey Logano is still able to keep ahead of this lot. But because Montoya was smart enough to avoid everyone, that's why he's still undamaged at this point in the race. I think we'll skip forward a wee bit. There wasn't much of a gap between me and Montoya as it was. If I remember correctly, I think Montoya did clobber the Volkswagen 1200, but again, my memory's not that good. I've only rewatched this replay myself off screen a couple of times. But it didn't really matter anyway, because he was able to keep well ahead of everybody else. Due to Jeff Gordon screwing himself over, that's why he's been permanently assigned to 11th. I suppose it could have added Jimmy Johnson again as an extra AI car, but that would have meant that only 4 Slowads instead of 5 would have contested, so that's why I chose his car to drive for myself. Let's see if I was right about Montoya. Yeah, he did clobber in one. He took a chunk right out of the bloody thing. How's this lot going? Brian Vickers avoiding the combi. Kyle Busch still hanging in there. Not even trying to draft, seriously. maybe if you did try to draft, you could get a bit quicker, you know. Drafting only seems to do well during the first couple of laps, I guess. Again, not much else happening, really. Everybody's taken damage except for me. I was able to continue the race without any damage. Let's see what Dale Jr.'s up to. Oh yeah, you were able to avoid the 1200 that time. Okay, is that Almendinger ahead of him? Yeah, looks like it. Going about the same speed due to all the damage. Whereas Dale Jr.'s taken more wheel damage than Almendinger has. Brian Vickers is not even trying to keep up with the others. As I said, there's not much going on. I think we might even skip towards the end. Alright, let's just bring this to the end of the race. Let's just watch me as soon as the car likes to reappear. There we go. Let's just bring it to the end. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter video because, as I said, there's not much action going on. So, you know, keep only the more important stuff, as well as a brief look at each car. So long, Fiat, burned to death. See, computers don't even know what they're doing half the time. They just can't always avoid the Slowads, especially when there's so many of them grouped together. Either way, I won the race. Well, that is it. As I said, this race wasn't exactly interesting. Especially, I just wanted to show off all the clobberings and stuff early on. As you can see on the right hand side, that's where everybody finished. Combi one lap down on the other four Slowads for some weird reason. I don't know if that's a side effect of the fact that the DLC is not installed properly or whether it's just the track itself. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to leave a like and comment down below. And if you're new, if you've just come across this channel for the first time, please subscribe because we're still about 8 away from hitting 100 subscribers. If you're willing to do so, that is. Until next time, this is the dog saying have a great day, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. And we shall see you again.